Okay, so this is what your answer to the simulation portion of fiducial nav should look like. So let's begin by launching fiducial nav, fiducial sim dot launch. And so you'll see here a waffle pie robot in a world with 4 fiducials. And next, we want to export turtlebot 3 model equals waffle pie. And just to make sure that the variable was set correctly. Yep, and this is waffle pie. Now let's ROS launch turtlebot 3 gazebo, turtlebot 3 gazebo, argos.launch. And now you'll see the robot in its gazebo environment. So let's enable TF here, which you see, and you can see that the TFs of the robot are present. So I'll go ahead and I'll expand that, and I'll have us look at the frames. All right, so that's the second step, and now we just need to run our, ROS run fiducial nav sim. Py. For you, this would be just nav sim.py. That's where your program will reside. So if you run that, you can see that the robot is making a turn, and it's detecting the fiducials and placing pins where it sees them. So if we disable all the fiducials, all the frames, and just mark the pins, you'll see that now these 4 pins have been mapped. And what we expect the robot to do is to go to each pin in turn. There's a way that you can do this very smoothly using linear algebra, but it's mathematically complicated. So I implemented a very simple approach where first you have the robot's base link have its orientation match up to the pin that it wants to move to. So that's what it did just before. It says matching orientation of pin 0. And after you match that orientation, what you get is a nice little right triangle, and you can use that right triangle to do some basic trigonometry to have the robot move to the pin. The TF cheat sheet, that's part of the fiducial nav PA, should help you, so you should take a look at that. In any case, the robot is now facing the pin, and then it will go to the pin. And this is, we can just see it doing that in Gazebo. So again, we see the robot matching the orientation of pin 1. That's what it says here in the output. And after that, it rotates and faces pin 1. And don't worry if your VNC is having a hard time processing all this. Gazebo is a monster. Arviz probably takes up some resources. So this is just how it is. If your program is too buggy or your VNC is too slow, just tell Professor Salas, and maybe he might allocate more memory for you. But now we see that it's moving to pin 1, and what we expect is the robot will do that for all the remaining 2 pins. So again, it'll match the orientation of pin 2. And we get a nice right triangle here, which you can obtain using translations and what you know about TFs and coordinate frames. And then using that, we have the robot match to, we have the robot face pin 2, and then move to pin 2. So it'll also do that for pin 3. I'm going to stop the show here because there's no point in showing you a repetitive action, but that's basically what you expect the robot to do. Okay, good luck.